Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about a gym management system that I made using Spring Boot, JavaFX and MongoDB. First of all, let's run the program and see. So you can see here, this is my main console menu. It has some basic options. So to enter, let's add a new member first. For that you press 1 and enter. It shows the available members and the total space available. Let's add the member first. Let's give an invalid membership number. So this is an unique membership number. It should have 10 characters. Let's give an invalid year. So this, I have assumed the range for the start membership date like 60 years from 2017 to 2068. So this is invalid and it sets the year to 2017. Now let's give the month. Let's give an invalid month. It sets the month to 1. Let's give an invalid day. So it sends the day to 1 also. Now let's give the contact number. So it's an invalid contact number. Now let's give valid contact number. Let's save the number. So it asks us what the member type is, and let's give a student. So it asks us to enter the school name. So now the member is added. Now let's quickly add another member. This time the over 60 member. First name, year, now let's add, so after selecting over 60 it asks for the member age. Let's give 54. So it says not valid since it must be over 60. Let's give 61. Now the member is added. Now let's check with the member is added to the database by printing the list. So you can see test 2 and test is there in the list. You can sort the list by pressing number 4 and entering. Here you can see the list is sorted according to the first name. And let's quickly delete a member. Let's delete test 2. For that you need to give the membership number. I have added the validation for the membership number. If it's not valid or the member is not available, the delete method will be not executed and it will exit. So it asks for the confirmation. I'll give true. If you say false, it will not delete but and exit the delete method. And let's quickly delete the other member also. Let's delete student 1. So it shows that the member number is no member with the membership number. Now let's delete the student. it shows the student details. Now let's confirm, and now the member is removed. So we can update using the option 6 and pressing enter. You have to enter the membership number. Let's select Kevin here with the student ID 1 and updating. Let's update the first name. So these are the options you have when coming to update. You can update the name, age, or the school, and the contact number. Let's give the new first name. Now let's give the new last name. Let's give the same name as the last name. Now let's update the age, so the school, since it's a student. Let's put OLR. Now let's update the contact number. Now let's save these details. It says the student is updated. Now let's check. Before checking, we'll update the adult member also. Now let's select an adult. Let's select Thomas. Let's update the name. Enter task. Let's update the age also. Let's enter 77. Now let's save these details. It says the member is updated. Now let's quickly look at the GUI. So the GUI is launched now. So you can see this is the table that I made JavaFX using JavaFX, and here you can sort these 3 columns according to the ascending order, and also you can filter by giving a name, first name, and also you can filter using the last name. You can give both also. Select the student. You can reset the table to the initial state, and you can also select the member and show their details. So you can see this is the member that we updated. The member type, so the age is 77 as we entered, and the name is changed to Samuel. Also now we can exit from the GUI. Now let's exit from the system using number 7. I have edited the stars also, like if you enter a string or 8, it asks us to enter a number between 1 and 7. So I then press 7 and exit from the system. Now let's take a quick look at the project structure. So this is the main default member class that I made. It's an abstract class, so and consists these parameters, attributes, and consists of the getters and setters, and the constructors. So this is the over 60 member class, which extends the default member. That means it inherits the methods of the default member. And also I have a student member class which is similar to the over 60 member, and it's two extends to on the default member. So student has the unique attribute member school, and over 60 has the unique attribute member age. So these annotations given here show the path for the collection. This go and get saved in the collection student. This student members over 60 members goes and gets saved in the collection over 60. Now let's take a look at the date class. So I have made a custom date class, and you can see I have introduced declared these three variables, year, month and date, and also form the get setters for these variables. And the year I have assumed a 60-year range from the start, like thinking the start of the company is 2017, and it sets the year as 2017 if not valid, as I showed before. Now let's take a look at the gym manager. So this is an interface, and it consists of the method that fulfill our requirements, such as the adding a member, deleting a member, painting a member. And this my gym manager class implements the gym manager interface. So it the methods that were in gym manager is overwritten here. You can see it. And let's take a quick look at the over 60 repository. So these repositories are interfaces, and they extend to the Mongo repository. This allows us to inherit the Mongo repository methods and use them. This is the student over 60 repository, and this is the student repository. This is a custom method that I made to find the member according to a membership number. I have also made the services. So these services give the access to the over 60 repositories. So I have declared this over 60 repository here to gain the access, and you can see I have implemented the methods to add the data or get the data from a database. Here you can see the add 60 method method. Here this is as you can see here, over 60 repository dot save member is used. That this is an method that has been inherited from the Mongo repository. So this is the getter method, which returns a list of over 60 members. You can find the member according to a string by using that custom method in the over 60 repository. And this is to delete the member, and this is to update the over 60 member. When updating the over 60 member, it checks whether what are the details that are entered again, and change only those. So this is the over 60 student service. It's also similar to the over 60 service and have the same methods, but it controls the over student repository in interface. Now in the my gym manager, let's go to my gym manager. Now in my gym manager, you can see that I declared the default member list an array list. This is to record the members that are in database. And this over 60 service and student service are used to gain access to this over 60 service and student service that I showed before. This allows to use those methods to add or communicate with the database. This is the main method for adding the member. Here you can see I prompt for the details, and if you enter a member while the database has 100 members, you cannot enter a member. It exits from the add member and returns to the menu option. So here you can see I have taken the data. It validates the membership number, checks whether it's available or valid. You can choose who you enter, like the type of member. According to the type, you get to give the information such as age or school. Now after doing all, you can exit. You exit from the add member after saving the member. Before exiting this dot update member list will update the default member list by getting the data from the database. So this is the delete member method. It is used to delete the member. As I showed, you can enter a string and delete the relevant member. It will check whether the member is there and delete. This is the print member list. It calls a print list method that I used to make the list in a more structured manner. This is the sort member list. It also calls that this print list after sorting the list according to the first member's first name. Here in a default member, I implemented the comparator. This is the one that compares the first name. Now this is the update the member. You can enter the membership number. If the member is available, it gets the type of that member, and according to the type, you can select the what you can update, and then you update the data. Now to the over 60. If it's an over 60, you update the over 60 member. Student, you update the over 60, or you update the student member. This is the set member list. This is used to set the default member list, and you can get a string from this method, get an int. You can get the member list from here, get the confirmation from here. This get member list uses the over 60 service and the student service to get the details. It uses that get all method implemented in the over 60 or the student service, and it returns the member list, default member list, not an over 60 or student. It returns a default member list. This is the print list structured one, which will print the given list in a very structured manner. This is to validate the membership number. It will check whether the membership number is available or if it's valid or not, like if there are 10 characters. This is to update the member list, and this is the task used in the switch, validating the switch methods. Now this is my GUI Gym application. You can see it's a do while. It has a do while loop with a switch inside, so it will loop until you enter 7. This is the menu. And this is the GUI that I showed before. It uses a background image, and I used 6 columns. I also have used a horizontal box to set the first labels and field names and the buttons, and a vertical box to set the horizontal box and the table. Those are my main project structure. I also have tests implemented using JUnit. My member test will test some methods in the my member class. This over 60 member tests all the methods in the over 60 member class, over 60 service class, and student service test the all the members in the over 60. So all the members in student service test the student service class. I have used Mockito for this. Therefore, instead of sending data or receiving data from the database, it use a mock of the student repository, and I can send data as if the database is sending data, or get data from send data to the database as I am sending it to the database. So using that, I have those logics, I have implemented these test methods, and it all works. So that's my whole project in brief. Thank you.